And this broadcast brought to you again by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Get your automotive stuff done at 106th Street Tire and Wheel. It is officially Super Bowl Sunday, and we are live here at South Levittown Lanes. Hooray! And unfortunately, we don't have Billy because Billy is pistol whipped by the wife, so he can't be here today.
And I was told it's hard to see us, so I got the flashlight here.
Yeah, sorry, we're a very diverse organization here. That's why we have steel.
And then
Facts. And we're all excited here, guys. How excited are we to be here today for Super Bowl 56, the Bengals versus the Rams? I have been pumped up about this for days. Look how excited Steele is.
I'm excited.
I'm just here for the food and drinks.
I'm here for the open bar.
And
there
we go. And believe it or not,
by the way.
And believe it or not, this is the first time that True New York Sports has actually gotten together, minus Billy, to be here to do it. So cheers, guys.
Yes,
First off,
yes.
cheers.
Let's put the drinks close to the chat.
We actually have a Billy here.
We do have
do
Billy.
have
And
Billy
Mr. Bill Warren is here too.
I want to surrogate, Bill. There he
That's
is.
the trivia guy.
Mr. Trivia guy's here too.
Trivia guy, he's here.
But we want to thank you guys all for tuning in right now. Guys, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with you, Billy. Billy, tell me, what is your predictions right now for this Super Bowl involving the Cincinnati Bengals and the Rams? Tell me what your thoughts are.
Well, my first thought is I'm glad I'm not sitting next to a guy with a blue drink with a fucking lemon in it or whatever the hell he's drinking there. And then it's going to come down to
agree. I agree. They're science stuff.
It's going to come down to the Rams defense. The Rams defense against the Bengals offensive line is going to be the key matchup of this game.
He's frozen. Back.
Oh man.
If you had some point to say,
You guys are freezing up there, so I'm going to keep going until I get you back. It's really going to be the Rams front seven, the Bengals offensive line. That's where your key matchup is in this game. The Bengals offensive line. If there's a weak part to the Bengals team this year, it's going to be the Bengals. It's been their offensive line. The postseason, Joe Burrow's hit the ground a lot, and they're gonna have to find ways to keep him upright. That's why I think one of the best bets in this game is the over on Joe Burrow's rushing yardage of, I think it's at now up to 11.5. And I still think it's good because he's gonna have to move. He's gonna have to get out of that pocket and move, or they're not gonna have a chance in this game, the Bengals, if they can't keep Joe Burrow upright. I still don't have these guys back, so we're gonna keep moving on. Guys, can you hear me? Are you there? They have frozen. I don't know if they are on Wi-Fi. I don't know what they're on. Is anybody else here? Lonnie's still here. But, I mean, there's a lot of key matchups to watch in this game. They have officially left. We'll wait for the guys to get back, and we'll go through another step in this game that I feel is going to be, and that's going to be Odell Beckham Jr. Odell Beckham Jr. He's the key to this game. If any coach in this league is going to know to key on Cooper Kupp the way he hasn't been during the playoffs, it is Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor knows Cooper Kupp better than anyone besides his own coach, Sean McVay. And he's going to know that they have to bring safety help over the top on Cooper Kupp. And that's going to free Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham's going to be in a lot of one-on-one matchups. And they've got to get the ball to him early and often. And I think Odell Beckham is going to have a monster game today. Matt Stafford is going to go. Matt Stafford's going to prove himself today. This is the game we've heard for years. Get him out of Detroit and he can win. Get him out of here. Get him out of there. Matt Stafford can do the job. We're going to see today. Today's the day that Matt Stafford's going, that we're going to see what he's made of and see if everything we've heard and everything some of us have said for years is true. If we're going to see out of Matt Stafford today. This is the game. This is the game that's going to make or break his career. I'm waiting. The guys are trying to get back in. Just bear with me for another minute. We'll go through another couple of things. I'd like to hear from you guys. Let's see anybody in the chat who's here. What are you looking most forward to in this game? No, what are you trying to put out there? What bets? Anybody have bets in? I know we're live in New York now. FanDuel BetMGM, everybody's live in New York, so everybody's betting a ton on this game. I know I've done it myself. I got a lot going on, starting with the coin toss. Let's go tails. I know Lou's going to come in and probably ruin that in a few minutes. But, there's a lot of different aspects to this game to look at. Most of us, our generation, us older people, we're looking forward to the halftime show. That's going to be a great show. The game itself, it's going to be a good football game. I think the score is going to stay under as well. I don't see it going very high. Flex, go LA. Yep. I think the Rams are going to, I'll spoil I'm not going to give my prediction for the score yet, but yeah, I do believe that the Rams are going to pull it out. The Rams, no offense, the Bengals, it's been a great run, and I can't say a bad thing about them, but the Rams are the better team. This Rams team was put together for this Super Bowl run. They went out, they spent a lot of money, and then when they needed to fill holes, they filled even more. They brought in Von Miller. They brought in Odell Beckham. It's the temperature in LA right now, Vinny, is I believe 83 degrees. They're probably going to have the roof closed just in case of anything, but it's 83 degrees outside. So you gotta believe it's that high. They probably got the air conditioning on in the stadium. I mean, it is absolutely. I've been watching pregame shows all day. It is beautiful in LA. Like you couldn't have asked for a more perfect day for a football game to be played. Too bad it's not outside, but I guarantee that roof is going to be closed. They're very crazy with that, with the flyovers and everything. Bengals offensive line is definitely suspect, Flex. Like I said a few minutes ago, that is the one. If there is a weak spot on the Bengals team, I say it's their offensive line. Because, I mean, Joe Burrow, I believe in the Kansas City game, it was 9 sacks. It's rough. He went down a lot and often. They've got to start running some options probably early. They have to get him out of the pocket and get him throwing on the run. I believe you could do it. Burrow is capable of making those types of plays. They just got to get him. They got to let him do it. It's going to be very interesting to see. I think we're going to see a little bit different offensive attack from the Bengals than we've seen in these first couple of games because, I mean, especially in the AFC Championship game, you're not going to do – I don't believe you're going to do to the Rams defense what you did to the Chiefs and go into halftime down like that and just come back and run the field in the second half. You're not doing that to this Rams defense. So they have to change their offensive plays up early and often they got to get in the end zone. They got to do it quick. And Boogie is back with me. Boog, what's up?
I gotta bring the rest of the guys back, man, because we having technical difficulties out here in South Levittown. So
I had a feeling that was I just kept running with it and going with the flow.
Yo, you're doing a great job, my brother.
The money line, I'm going to look that up right now for you, Vin. Let's see what the money line is at. I got it much earlier in the week. I don't know exactly what it's
I like 160 plus for the Bengals, 190 for the Rams.
Do you guys see us right? Are we good? Are me and Phil good?
Yeah. Vincent, the Rams are now down to minus 205, and the Bengals are at plus 172 on FanDuel. That's where the money. That's where the money is. A lot of people are sharing our thoughts, and
you guys are on.
A lot of people are riding with the Rams here. We got the guys back. Let's get the guys back involved in here. Lou is trying to fit him and stealing.
Billy, thanks for holding it down. Hold on a second.
Here I am.
I'm here. We got everybody back together. We had some technical difficulties. Thank you for sticking with us. We're back. Guys, we're just talking about what we think are going to be the key matchups in this game.
I got good here.
Steve, how long did he say to put the shells in?
Boogie, what are you seeing as a key matchup in this game?
Well, I personally feel that Cooper Kupp, they're going to try to get him out of the game. Honestly, because Cooper Kupp he's the only option that they really have. So I see them double, triple teaming him. I think Odell Beckham will probably be the key guy for the Rams. I see him because I with the prop bets and everything. I personally picked Cooper Kupp to be 106 yards. I think I think the line has started to drop a little bit. So
No,
I
line went
actually
up.
wrote a couple
The
of
line's
notes
up to 4.5
on that.
now.
I wasn't touching the over on that because I agree with you. I just said it to these guys as well. Odell Beckham is one of my keys to the game. I think they got to go to Beckham early and often.
Right.
They have to.
On my end here, I actually like Tyler Boyd a lot tonight. The reason why is Burrow's going to do a lot of 3-step drops.
Chet, tell
Okay.
him to add me to the thing. Just add Luke to the thing. Tell Book.
Get a little.
Chet, I agree. I agree with you.
There we go.
as well.
Okay.
On the Bengals side of the ball, that's what I was just talking about right before you guys came back on. What they need to do, they got to get the ball out of Burrow's hand quick because that offensive
Right, a lot
line,
of 3-step drops.
the offensive line is the biggest suspect on the Cincinnati.
Fuck this, I'm about to eat.
Team is their offensive line.
Okay, do you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
No,
We
we
should
hear
go
you,
live
bro.
periodically, like every 10 minutes.
Okay, so sorry for the technical difficulties. We had to go to
Yeah,
our
we
phone.
can, they can,
Yeah, I
the
got you,
levels
Bill.
is
Like
here
I
in
said,
chat on
they got to get them early and often.
We didn't pay the Wi-Fi bill apparently, so it's it is what it is. But I heard what Billy was saying. Billy, I agree with you. I think OBJ is going to have an amazing game today. I think Cooper Kupp is going to listen. As much as there is an Eli Apple, and I don't think Eli. Listen, as Giants fans, we knew Eli Apple wasn't the best, and I think that they're going to double coverage Cooper Kupp a lot today. I think OBJ gets a ton of looks today. I think even Van Jefferson gets a ton of looks today. And I think Cooper Kupp actually, it's hard to not say that Cooper Kupp is still not going to have over 100 yards for the game because he's averaging over 110. So
Yeah, but I think that they're gonna put extra special coverage on him this
That's what
time,
I
bro.
was just saying. If Zach Taylor knows Cooper Kupp better than anybody besides Sean McVay, there's going to be extra help there. But you know what? This Rams team has the weapons to make it. If they can still win a game, dominantly with Cooper Kupp getting maybe 60, 70 yards because they have those weapons. They have OBJ. They have Van Jefferson. They have Parlin, the backup tight end who came in last week, and the guy caught everything thrown to him. Plus,
Bland was amazing last week.
Yeah, plus you can't, their running backs, all three of their running backs are capable of catching the ball, and they will establish the run. I don't think any one of those three backs is going to dominate, but they are going to establish the run at some point in this game. They will run the ball with some combination of Sony Michel, Akins, and Darrell Henderson.
And that's why I said I love one of my big properties. I love the under on Cam Akins because they're not going to run the ball as much as you think.
Absolutely.
I think the Rams are going to be.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of running whatsoever. I think it's going to be a lot of passing.
I agree.
I think you're going to see. I think it's going to be on the Rams side of the ball. I think it's going to get to a point where it's going to, by the end of the game, be a lot more evened out than we may think. Maybe in the beginning it's going to be an air it out game, but I have a feeling that it's going to get there. Because let me tell you something: if the Bengals do what they did in the AFC Championship game and they fall behind like that, the Rams are going to sit on that ball and they're going to play ball control. And they're not going to do what Patrick Mahomes did. They're not going to go out there and give you a chance to take the game away from them. And their defense isn't going to make the mistakes the Kansas City defense made either.
And I also think that since the Bengals' offensive line is a little suspect, I honestly think Mixon is going to have a really rough game today. I think basically Mixon's job is going to be sitting there helping the offensive line, not have Burrow spend the whole game on his back.
I think
that's what I think.
In that respect, I think we're going to see a lot more of Samaje Perine than you may think. I think because Samaje Perine is the better blocker of the two, and he is the better. Mixon's got great hands, but Samaje Perine is the better receiving back of the two.
Samaje Perine is a very underrated RB2, and I think that it's going to be a great play for them to utilize him more because I honestly think the Bengals' play is that they're going to be using Joe Mixon a lot on the run. And I think Samaje Perine is going to be one of those guys that you can get a 12, 15-yard gain out of him at least 3 or 4 times. I would not be surprised on that at all.
The Rams front seven needs to make Joe Burrow make Joe Burrow.
Bengals are not winning 31-3. Stop it. Let's be.
No, he put 33-31. That was a typo.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's no way. There's no way. But Billy, the only thing I will say.
Look what I got here.
I gotta say. Oh, there he is. There he is. I gotta say, listen. The only reason why I'm disagreeing with you, Billy, about the run in the second half is because they didn't bring Matt Stafford into LA to play safe football. They are going to keep jamming down.
In a close game, I agree with you, but they brought Matt Stafford in here to win. And if that's what they got to do to win, if they got the lead and they can play ball outside, you better believe they're going to play ball control because they have 3 running backs they believe can run the ball. They're going, if they're up big, they're going to run the ball a lot more than you think. And I'll stand by that all day.
See, I only have a hard time believing that because look what happened last week. The Chiefs played safe football and it cost them last week. It cost them last week. They weren't even running.
Have the Rams defense, Lou. The Chiefs don't have that defense.
Yeah.
I did, Lonnie, yeah, I did. I'm
You're
freezing
going
my ass
outside,
off.
Lou, huh? Your favorite person.
It's for the show. It's snowing. It's for the
Come back here,
show.
Lou. I mean, we're good
It's the
inside now.
sacrifice. He's putting the sacrifice out there.
Sacrificing myself.
If he hits his bets, he's going to do snow angels out there later, Lonnie. Don't worry.
I might. Yeah, right. All right, guys. Let me ask you guys. So while we're all here and we're all actually connected to the internet, what do you guys?
Well, it looks like Chuck and Steele are frozen, but
Yeah, that's the worst frozen frame I've ever seen in my life.
yes. I don't even want to change it. I just want everybody to look at the stupid faces of those guys right there.
Can we save that?
It looks ridiculous.
Can we save that
Right.
picture?
Let me.
I'm going to screenshot it.
Let me screenshot that. Screenshot it. Hold on, let's screenshot it.
I just screenshot their faces.
They ruined it.
Yeah. All right, so let me ask you guys, while the people who aren't lagging to death, what do you guys think the final score of this game is going to be, and who do you think the MVP is going to be of this Super Bowl? I'm going to go first. I have been saying it from the very beginning. As much as I like this Cinderella story of Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals, there's also a Cinderella story in LA with Matt Stafford. There's also a Cinderella story with Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford played 12 years in Detroit, only in the playoffs 3 times. Never won a playoff game until this year. Made it all the way to the Super Bowl, and it's really hard for me to not see this Rams beat this young Cincinnati Bengals team 31-24 today. And as much as I would love to see Joe Burrow get a ring, I just don't think it's his time. The crazy part about this whole Super Bowl is that at the end of this Super Bowl, Matt Stafford or Joe Burrow will have the same amount of Super Bowl victories as Aaron Rodgers.
I also think the Rams will win. I also think Matt Stafford will be the MVP of the Super Bowl.
I agree with that
and
too.
I think because he is hungry. And he already has Cooper Kupp on his side. But like I said earlier, I really think they're going to put pressure on Cooper Kupp. They're going to bump him on the line. They're going to do everything possible to disrupt Cooper Kupp's patterns. But at the end of the day, he still has other options. Cooper Kupp is not his only option. And his offensive line gives him enough time to go to the second and third reads. So I honestly think that Matt Stafford is going to show out. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout because Burrow is something that he's a force to be reckoned with. He's going to have that, like I said, that weak offensive line that he's going to have to go through whatever. But he has a ton of talent. The time of Joe Burrow is arriving. I think he's a year early. Like being this far because no one expected him to be in the Super Bowl this year, especially coming back a year after injury. So my guess is going to be like 28-21. It's not going to be a super high scoring, but it's definitely going to be a lot of yardage. Like I think both quarterbacks are gonna pass a ton of yards today. Like I said, I don't think the running game is going to be a key factor in this game whatsoever.
I don't think so either.
So, like I said, if people got them prop bets, I think I'm definitely picking the over on a lot of those passing yardage for both quarterbacks. Like I said, Cooper Kupp, normally he's averaging over 100 and something yards a game, but I think it's not going to be the typical Cooper Kupp game. It's going to be a little bit more balanced. I think Matt Stafford, he's going to get his first ring in a very balanced fashion.
Billy, what about you? What's your final score, Billy?
Last year, Tom Brady went into Tampa Bay, year 1 Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford's going to follow suit today. 24-17, the Rams are going to be your Super Bowl champions. And you know what? To add a little fun to this, I'm going with Odell Beckham Jr. as my MVP of this game.
You know, Billy, we have a little thing going on here that we're having like like who we think's going to be the MVP. 3 people have picked OBJ as the MVP today.
That's
my
right.
issue
Not me.
with OBJ being MVP is just because he's a wide receiver. Otherwise, I can totally see it. Usually, it goes to the quarterback. The last person to win the Super Bowl MVP that wasn't a quarterback was Von Miller, and that was 6 years ago.
I agree.
So it's really tough for a quarterback to not win that. But if anybody is going to, and the Rams win, I think it's going to be OBJ too, because like we all said, I really think OBJ is going to be. This is his time to shine.
I agree with you. The easy thing to do was just to pick Stafford like everyone else. So I had to mix it up a little and go with Beckham.
Yo, but didn't Lou say that he was going for the Bengals this whole time? When did he change over to the Rams side?
I can't even do that to him. He has been on the Rams the entire time. We'll never.
But he's been wearing Bengals jerseys on the show, talking about he thought the Bengals were going to win.
First Jedi voodoo that he tries to do.
Now all of a sudden you're a Rams supporter, Lou?
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I said the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl from day one.
But what about that Bengals shirt stuff that you was doing?
Because I was excited for the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl.
Nah, you're just jumping bandwagon to bandwagon.
Stop, I don't want to hear it. I've literally said, look at any video since day one, the Rams were going to win the Super Bowl this year with Matt Stafford.
Boogie, he wore that Bengals jersey last week. It took him a week to get it off because it was so tight.
It's true. It's true. It was a jersey from 12 years ago. It was the original Chad Johnson jersey, and I had to put it on. I had to put it on.
Tito.
Joe
Tito.
But just because Chet and Steele can't connect because, they're old and they don't know how to work things.
Right.
So Chet thinks that the Bengals are going to win by double digits. He is full on Bengal supporter.
It's going to be a blowout Bengals-wise, according to him.
Blowout
That's
Bengals.
why we all know the Rams are going to win for anyone.
So, Jason, you're not the only one because Chet thinks it's going to be Bengals. What does Steele think? Did you guys remember?
Steele said that he thinks the Rams are going to win 35-28. 35-28.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I don't know about that. What's up, Matt? Yeah, 35-28. So we have out of the true New York sports people, 4 out of 5 thinks the Rams are going to win. Chet is delusional. The Bengals are not winning by double digits. I don't.
So now let me ask you, Billy, this is the question I have to you. Since the mush is saying that the Rams are going to win, is it too late for us to change our pick?
Nah, I don't even think
the mush ends tonight. The mush ends tonight.
We could even screw this up, honestly.
The Rams are going to take this down. Listen, and I called it from the beginning. Listen, you guys can call me a mush all you want. Last year, I said the Milwaukee Bucks were going to win the whole thing at the start of the NBA season, and they won the whole thing. They won the whole thing. All right, they won the whole thing. So I really think the Rams are going to win the whole thing this year too. Chet, I already said. Oh yeah, connect Chet. Chet's on his phone. I really think I told him that you said that you think the Bengals are going to win the whole thing.
Absolutely, they're going to win the whole thing.
There you go. You're
winning by
on.
double digits.
Right. He's double digits. This guy.
34-21.
What'd you say?
34-21 Bengals.
Get out of here, bro. The Bengals can't stop this team for only 21 points.
The Rams defense is never going to allow that to happen.
That's going to happen today.
I agree with it. No, Chet, go eat some pizza and spill it on your shirt.
Yeah,
you're
I'm at 0 still, by the way.
You're delusional. Where's Steele?
Steele's in the bar.
See, this is what you want to know why I always say featuring Steele? This is exactly why.
This
is why I always say featuring Steele, because he doesn't want to take the extra effort to do this. I told you.
Steele's
hey, Uncle Vin. Thanks, Uncle Vin.
Steele's Kyrie Irving. He only shows up certain times.
There you go.
All right. Well, listen, guys. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties and all that stuff, but we will be having. We were going to try to do it where we can post the show during while we're.
There's Mr. Steele.
While the game is going. Oh, there he is. Steele, tell us what your final score is going to be. I think I told him already, but what's your final score?
Give me a minute.
Oh. Anyway,
He's got to bring his computer thing with him.
We're gonna try to do some trivia at during the halftime show if you guys want to participate. Mr. Bill Waters is going to be doing that for us. Pause. And we're gonna have 20 questions, Super Bowl questions. So if you guys want to be a part of that, that'd be good.
Okay.
All right, Steele.
And hopefully in between the first and second quarter, we won't have any videos of Chet getting his lunch on.
Right. Steele, what's
Yeah,
your
Steele,
final
put it up,
score of the
Steele.
game, Steele?
Nobody can see that.
Yes, yes, Steele.
28, 35 Rams.
35-28 Rams.
Right, that's what I said. Right, so 35, he thinks going to be a high-scoring game. I like the over today, too, guys. I like over 48.5. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, exactly. That's what OBJ is going to be doing, right. But, all right, so we're going to try to get back into halftime here. We hope you guys enjoy the show. Well, not the show. We hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl.
Everyone enjoy the game.
And I hope everybody wins some bets, and hopefully we can all celebrate when the mush officially ends, when the Rams take it down. This brought to you by 106th Street Tire and Wheel. Thank you guys so much. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We had to go on our phone. I'm going to have to yell at Keith Pappas. But it's it is what it is. So
on behalf of Boogie and myself, I'm going to give a 48-hour warning here. When the Rams win the Super Bowl,
all right,
fair. Unbearable Tuesday night. So you've all been warned.
All right.
Yes.
No, listen. If the Rams don't win, I deserve that. I agree. But you also got to remember, if the Rams don't win, that means we got to hear Chet for the next fucking 2 weeks too.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know which will be worse, to be honest with you.
Right, it's true. All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of your night. We'll talk during halftime, and everybody, I hope you guys enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game, Will.
All right. See you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.